We got Browns Steelers, big rivalry, two great teams of the NFL. The Browns, a great team of the NFL. Will Myles Garrett lay the smackdown on Ben Roethlisberger this Sunday?
I certainly hope so. This is a game that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. The Steelers have been trying to downplay it as just another game. Don't try to seek any sort of revenge for when Myles tried to put their backup quarterback's helmet back on his head nicely and was, totally unnecessarily suspended, if you ask me. So everything that they have said is that this is just another opponent and he's just another guy. We'll see if that works out for them. That's the attitude that Eric's boy had John Cooper for a very long time, and it did not work out well for the good guys. Well, I hope that sort of attitude, just another game, just another opponent, just another dude, I hope that comes back to bite them the way it did those excellent Buckeye teams back in the day. So that was something that I took note of, that he is greatly downplaying being Mike Tomlin, is greatly downplaying the significance of who they are playing. And I hope that the Steelers treat it as just another game, because that is not how the Browns players are treating this game. I've seen like 20 of them tweet out or put on Instagram Steelers Week. So it tells me that the Browns players certainly understand how important this game is, and I really hope that Myles gets after the quarterback again. The Steelers' offensive line is good but not great, and Myles is right now the second highest graded pass rusher in the league. He wins and pressures the quarterback on something like 30-something% of the snaps. He defeats the offensive lineman. That doesn't always result in a pressure, right? Sometimes the quarterback throws it early enough. Sometimes it's designed rollout or something like that. But he is second to only Aaron Donald in that pass rush win rate. So that is something to keep in mind. He gets to line up wherever he wants to. I'm interested to see where he lines up. There's also, I saw that DeCastro did not practice recently. So you might see Myles even line up inside a little bit to work against Steelers backup guard. So it's definitely a matchup that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm hopeful that Olivier Vernon can play in this game, although he was limited in practice. So definitely one of the matchups that I'm looking forward to. Browns defensive line, Steelers offensive line. And on the other side of the ball, it's just strength versus strength. The Steelers defense is the best in the league in terms of generating pressure, and the Browns are the second best in the league at protecting the quarterback. They grade it 87.6. That's second to only the Patriots. So game is going to be won in the trenches, and it is definitely strength against strength, really in both sides of the ball.
Eric, all eyes will be on Myles. Do you think he shows up in a big way, or do you think we're going to be looking elsewhere as far as the Browns' impact on the defense?
I think he's going to have a good game. I don't know if he's going to be having 3 or 4 sacks and multiple pressures. To what Drew had alluded to earlier is the injuries to not only David DeCastro with an abdomen, but Marquise Pouncey, the center, left last week's game with a foot injury. So that's 2 guys on their interior. I'm not sure their availability yet for the game, but if they don't go, that's a huge advantage for the Cleveland Browns. Now, the issue is the 3 guys on the interior for the Browns. Larry Ogunjobi did not participate last game. Sheldon Richardson left last game and then came back, and Jordan Elliott left last game as well. So I'm hoping those 3 will be available. So, I was also thinking about provided that Olivier Vernon and Adrian Claiborne are ready and willing and able to go, they can kick one of those 2 guys inside if they don't kick Myles in. And I think there'd be a very interesting combination what the Browns could do. I'd like to see what Myles could do against a backup guard. But I would hope, especially for Olivier Vernon's sake, he can, disrupt Big Ben in the pocket while Myles is getting double teamed, seems like he is on every single play. So I like to think that the Browns are going to have a majority of their healthy guys or guys healthy on the defensive line that can cause disruption. The Steelers have a good offense. Ben's getting the ball out quickly, but if they could just maintain some type of pressure immediately, I would hope that one of those guys in the interior can help get more than one sack, which is what the Eagles were only able to generate last weekend against the Steelers. So, they're going to have to get multiple pressures. There was 5-1 last week. Steelers sacking Carson Wentz 5 times. Eagles only sacking Big Ben once. So we got to tip the scales a little bit in our favor, and it starts with our defensive line.
Yeah, I think the game might get chippy. I
Yeah.
think everyone's saying the right things at this point, but
Right.
I think you get into the game and I don't know, I bet some of those Steelers offensive linemen are going to want to have some sort of payback against Myles. I think they're saying the right thing, but I think it's going to get chippy, and I hope the Browns can keep their cool